What is good, y'all? It's your G Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Detroit Tigers rebuild video, baby. And today we are back and ready to get through more of this season. Last time out, you saw us get through about midway through April and set up this huge gauntlet of beastly teams that we got here. We got the 15-8 Dodgers. We got the Rays, who only got 3 losses this season. We have the Yankees, who I think are about 7 or 6 losses this year. It sets up a pretty easy May where we should be able to bounce back because a lot of teams are under 500 over there. But it's about to be a rough next 9 stretch of games here. We want to see how well we do in these, as well as to get into another full game here today. Some more maybe critical situations and see kind of how today's episode will play out as far as getting further into the season, getting as close to draft day and seeing how we can improve on this 14-8 start that we have here. As you can see, already a chance here to try to walk off down 2-1. And one thing I wanted to show off here was our run difference. The Dodgers are first in the league at 143, almost 50 runs more than we are at only 98, with 20th in the league despite having a +6 record right now. So it's definitely our pitching when we do it, and we definitely, when we score runs, we score big. When we lose, I feel like it's just like we put up like 1-0 runs every single time, and that's why it's so bad. And here today, down 2-1, we were able to move the runner over, and then Morris Jones, great base hit up the middle. We're able to go ahead and take advantage of that RBI single and give us this tie ball game against David Bednar, who was trying to close us out, but now he's just trying to keep it 0-0. As you already know, we're about to take off for second base, and we're in there. So easy steals there to get over to second base for Morris Jones, and it'll be up to Riley Green. Watching upstairs, seeing if we can get this one down low. I'll be in the dirt, so no movement there. We got a full count now. 2-2. Swings over the top of the splitter, though. That'll be an easy strikeout, and he'll go sit down. And they'll just go ahead and elect to walk Vladimir Guerrero, not even give him the chance. My dude has been killing it this year, hitting like an MVP level player, over 300. He's got the home runs. He's got plenty of RBIs out of this 3 spot. So they're going to intentionally walk him, bring in Chase DeJong, and also have to face off against Matt Verling, who I've noticed our team loves to pinch run a lot this year. They keep bringing these guys in, letting them pitch run, and then now they get forced to get at bats. So instead of Andrew Vaughn, we have Matt Verling here. So we're going to try the steal over at third base, and we're in there. Morris Jones able to at least get 90 feet away, so now even a slow roller could score him. But upstairs, they called a strike 3 on the slider, and because of that, we'll have to take this to extra innings, where we'll face off against the Dodgers lineup with Jackson Jobe, who's almost 50 pitches through, so he's been in this game for a minute. So it's going to be a ground ball. And Freddie Freeman, similar thing that we did last inning to start it off, but this time around they're going to go with the suicide squeezes. By the time I even looked up with Gleyber Torres, he was already at the plate, so they definitely stole home and did a bunt at the same time. Just going to go ahead and concede and try to get their one run and hope that their pitching staff can hold it as we strike out Weaver right behind. And now it'll be up to our offense to kind of answer the door here. And what do we do? First pitch, Riley Green kicks us deep into the gap, and it will bounce up against the wall. Slow bouncer, so we're going to go ahead and try for third base. That gets past the cutoff man. Thankfully, they were backing it up. And that's an RBI triple to lead off the inning. If we wanted to, we could do the suicide squeeze to try to win this one. I'm not too confident in it, though. 2-2. We're going to let Fernando Gonzalez try to swing the bat. He's hitting over 300 with runners in scoring position. He's 2 for 2 on the day, and there's a ball game. No matter if he catches it or not, that is an RBI. Base hit for Fernando Gonzalez, as we will take home this game here, game number 2. I believe I couldn't see it quick enough. I believe the Dodgers took game 1, so we came back and tied up the series with game 2. Already getting a walk-off here early in the video, some early game excitement, as we were really able to show off some offense here. 11 hits as a team, only 4 runs is kind of surprising. We need to do a better job of that. Jackson Jobe gets win number 5 already in the season. See, being that long reliever role, it comes with its perks. You get plenty of stats that you probably wouldn't get if you were just a normal starter. But he's definitely making that case for maybe trying to push into that starting rotation. So he went 5 innings, 4 Ks, 1 hit. And he was really a key part in us winning this game, keeping this game low scoring for us. Fernando Gonzalez, you see, he went 3 for 3 on the day. 2 hits for Andrew Vaughn before he got pulled. A lot of offers around the batting average, though. 0 for 5 for Riley Green, 0 for 4 for Dylan Dingler in the backup catcher role here, as we had to use him to start this whole process off, though. So, I mean, he was influential in getting us this dub. Andrew Vaughn gets his 5th error of the season, which we got to watch out for. And Jesus Luzardo went equal amount of innings, 5 innings, only 2 earned. So I don't know why they pulled him so quick. But as we jump back into the screen, you can see we lost the series with the Dodgers right before sweeping the Yankees. Back-to-back 5-1 games and then the 7-4 victory. Coming right off the back of a 3-8 loss to the Dodgers. We start up our series now with the Rays to finish up the final 3 games of this gauntlet. Win game number 1, 5-4. Lose game number 2, 2-4. And come into game number 5 with a huge lead. Guerrero just needing a hit here. We end up getting the dub there, 5-1. So we end up walking away the gauntlet once at 6-3 against 3 of the better teams in the league, 2 of them in the American League and then 1 in the National League. We end up walking away with a 6-3 record and now an overall record of 20-11. Kind of tempering Tampa down a little bit. Maybe they're starting to slow down and be a little bit less aggressive. We get a complete game there from Tariq Skubal. And now we get to start playing some interdivision games as we start a series here against the White Sox. Down 3-2 here early. As Riley Green will need to be clutch once again. We're going to go attempt another walk-off here. As nobody's on base this time, it's just going to be all up to Riley Green. Garrett Crochet is the pitcher, set to try to close this one out for them as we get a little chopper up the middle. Second base will do the jump throw like Jeter and get him out at first base. Easy play. And it'll be up to Gleyber Torres now. Nobody on. He'll do line one similarly up the middle. This time shortstop maybe would make a play on it though. And there goes at least our tying run. Can we move him around in the scoring position, at least force extras? We will off a walk. And Andrew Vaughn has a chance to try to put this game away. He has been clutch before as we do a double steal here. And we're going to go ahead and try to score both of these runs now. That'll get down in the gap and it'll jump over. If that stays, this is one of those rare times where you want it to stay in the yard. If it had stayed in, that would have guaranteed the victory. But because it didn't, they're going to go Andrew Haney out the bullpen. And Keith Clemens will have to get us one more hit here to really put this game away. 90 feet away. You might want to try to suicide squeeze, but instead we're going to go and get a base hit. They brought the infield in as you normally should, and they'll just squeeze past. RBI base hit is this time Gonzalez not the one hitting it, but he's the one scoring it as we come from behind yet again to knock behind another walk-off victory, the second of the episode. Keep track of them because this is going to be the episode of walk-offs. Regardless of if it's for us or for them, we have some crazy finishes, some thrillers that's going all the way down to the end. So you guys are going to make sure that you want to stay to the end. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, join the family, man. If you guys are enjoying the series, you guys want to see it slow down, you guys want to see it speed up, if you want to see us just jump to the playoffs. Because right now we're looking like a strong playoff contender the way that we are beating up on these teams. 7 hits today as a squad. Torres and Vaughn both with 2 apiece, 2 RBIs for Vaughn to get him up to 16. And Patrick Sandoval, 6 strong innings of 3 earned runs. That ERA is looking great. Jackson Jobe looking fantastic out of the bullpen again, getting victory number 6. So definitely has me thinking about possibly putting that man back in the rotation as they were able to strike us out more than we were able to do them. But Jackson Jobe is looking like a strong candidate to crack this rotation if Casey Mize don't get his act together. As you can see, he's got an even worse ERA than what Casey Mize is able to go ahead and put up together. So we have another chance here to walk off yet again. Can we do it 3 times in one video? Vladimir Guerrero getting it started off, so I like our chances here. Akil Baddoo over at second base as we line that first pitch, a slider all the way into foul territory. Garrett Crochet back up in the lineup again as we pop this one out into the outfield. We have 80 speed there. This is pretty far back. Looks like we are going to try to push up forward. Try to go for this time run if possible, and we're in there at third base. Riley Green. He's got a 3-1 count. Can he be clutch yet again? Gets one right down the middle. Great play by the first baseman. Sliding right in the way of that one, catching it, and taking away what could have been an RBI base hit. That could have at least sent us into extra innings, and now it'll be up to Gleyber Torres. After swinging through the circle change, he's got a 1-2 count. Watching that in on the ankles. Throw goes down quickly. Making sure Akil Baddoo stays over at third base. Watches another circle change in on the kneecaps. Full count. Do you go back in the zone? You do. And get him to chop it right on the ground. Third baseman. Easy throw over. And this time it's not a walk-off for us, but a close for them. As the White Sox pull out game 2 here. Casey Mize, a bad start again. 5 innings, 3 earned, 10 hits here as a squad. A lot of two-hit ball games here from Clemens, Ford, Torres, but not enough to drive across any more runs than what we needed here, as we definitely could have used a bigger impact and boost from the top of our lineup. 258 up top, 239 from Riley Green as he started to cool off a little bit. And that leads to me wanting to do another lineup change here. So we're going to move Torres to the 4, Gonzalez and Vaughn up ahead as well, and have Green just hit at the 7 right in front of Keith Clemens. And I think this, as our bats start to get hotter, we definitely want to keep changing in and out and interchanging these different lineups. As here, we're going to go with the left lineup. We're going to put Torres above Vaughn, but let Gonzalez still hit the 4 spot because he has been killing left-handed pitching so far this season. And now we have a chance to try to close something out. Jordan Romano. We're up 3-2, so not in the bottom of the 9th this time around. We're in the top of the 9th. As he's got Lewis Roberts at the plate, 3, 4, 5 set to come up for the White Sox. Exactly what you need is maybe a bit of a lucky call that time. They're going to say he didn't go around even though he left the complete batter's box. And watching it upstairs too as well, as that was an easy call. They get their leadoff base runner over at first base, and then Eloy Jimenez will fly this one into the outfield. Green's going to try to go back and get it. Takes a bad angle trying to go catch it. So I'll have to play this one up against the wall, and thankfully the runner was holding. It'll just be a double with still no outs in the inning. Jordan Romano not looking as strong as he normally has in the past. This is going to chop on the ground, and Jung's going to miss it. Jace Jung in the game, and he misplays the ball. That is an E6. Bad play by the young buck as they try to lay down a bunt here. Torkelson's going to get it himself. Try to go to third. Why is Torkelson in the game? We got all backups as Verling is playing first. I told you our team, for whatever reason, loves to bring in speedy guys, and then it messes up the lineup as we get a pop out that time. Thank you, Verling, for actually making a good play in the field. Getting the first out of the inning, by the way. As we saw bases loaded, Willie Castro is up. He chops this one on the ground to Torres. Can we get the double play to get out of here? Over the first for 2. And just like that, we have to go bottom 9 now and try to win this ball game after Jordan Romano sold the bag. Going 9-1-2 for us to try to see if we can clutch this one out. Harry Ford flies this one in the right field. Gloved in. Easy play. Next up is Morris Jones. He's going up against Andrew Haney, who is 50 pitches deep, so he could be getting tired here as we line this one into the outfield. Oh, no, we don't. Second baseman able to range back and play that one confidently. And then Akil Badu with 2 outs. He lines this one into the outfield, not able to get anything on it. We just need somebody to try to get on for us here, please, as that's going to be a liner into the outfield. That's going to get down in the gap, go over the wall for an automatic double. His 7th of the season, possibly could have been a triple if it stayed in. And then Torkelson trying to make something work here since he's going to be in the lineup anyway. Batting .211 this season, coming off the bench. But that's going to be a clutch hit that gets down in the outfield. We got a lot of speed coming around. Badu's going to come to the plate and get in there with ease. RBI base hit. Badu's going crazy. The team's going crazy. And that is a 3-1 count in these close games this video, as we are able to go ahead and close this one down against the White Sox and close out a series victory too as well, winning 2 of 3 from them. Akil Badu 3 for 5 on the day with a homer, 2 RBIs. A lot of one-hit games going around, a lot of offers too as well near the bottom of that rotation or lineup. And Jesus Luzardo, great start, 7 innings, 2 earned. Only 3 Ks though, so we need to get these strikeouts up, but I love the bullpen work except for Jordan Romano. And it leads into us a series against Kansas City where we split the first 2, going to game 3. Down 4-3, a chance to go ahead and try to work this one off. We go ahead and just simulate it. We lose 3-4, back-to-back games with that same score after winning 11-10. And this is exactly why we are in the bottom half of the league in runs. Things like this. And it actually leads us into our full game today because I mentioned earlier, Casey Mize is on thin ice. My boy's ERA is looking high. He's not playing very consistently. And Jackson Jobe is looking great in that long relief role. So today we're going to get in. I know it's a game against this bottom tier team here in the Oakland Athletics, but we're going to look to have some fun, get these bats back alive, and see if Casey Mize can keep his spot in this starting rotation, or we're going to have to take him out. We're going to spotlight that man, Vladimir Guerrero, after starting out very cold at the beginning of the season. He's batting .306 now, 6 homers, 30 RBIs, a .927 OPS, almost up batting 1,000 on his OPS, so the on base is crazy. The slugging percentage is stupid. 23 runs this season. He's looked like a strong early season MVP candidate. And there goes that man Casey Mize through his 7 starts. 40 and 2/3 innings, giving up 40 hits, so he's about a hit an inning. 37 strikeouts, a 1.616 whip, and a 2-3 record coming into this. So we'll see if we can identify what the problem might be and see if he can help us get a dub. So I'm really interested to go ahead and see what he can bring to the table here today against at least the struggling offense. You would think he'd have a good start here today. So if he looks bad today, it might be all but wraps for him, to go ahead and say the least. But we'll get things kicked off here with Jackson Morrell batting 199 this season. As we got a packed house here today in Detroit. Beautiful Comerica Park yet again to get yet another game underway. First pitch. I know I used to love his breaking stuff. So his slider, his curveball, when they're on, the break on those are amazing. So never afraid to throw either of those 2 pitches. And the splitter can work too effectively for little ground ball outs like this one. Grounded out to the side and Torres dove early. Not able to get to it. I'm not sure if he would have got to it anyway if he had just waited and dove late. That was perfectly in between. Probably should have been the first base. Then took that one over. And then right after we have a long ball here from Zach Geoff as he gets this one into the gap. This will be an easy double right here. Get the runner to come all the way across from first base. And just like that early, we've already got a huge problem here off of what Casey Mize is going to be able to do. Runner at first base, or second base, I should say. As Trent Gresham is in. Chop this one on the ground to Vaughn. He's going to take it himself, throw over to Mize. That'll at least be the first out, but the runner does move up 90 feet. We have Shea Langoliers up next as he pops this one up into the outfield. This one looks like it's going to go ahead and get down for a base hit. Throw will come in. We're not going to be able to get to it, as that base hit will bring home a runner. And it's already down 2-0 here for the Detroit Tigers. Now, we've seen this offense explode, so we can't panic just yet. But Casey Mize is already looking like he's not on his game. 15 pitches through the first inning, and we still have only even have 1 out. Swing and miss through the slider there, getting him to strike out, though. That's exactly what we want to see. And then Rodriguez fouls this one off away. Pops this one up out to Akil Baddoo. He'll go ahead and set it underneath it. What looks like an easy play here, as they're able to go ahead and take care of that one. And we'll be tasked with facing JT Ginn, who's making his first start this season after last year having 24 starts, a 4.89 ERA. I think he spent some time in the bullpen too as well, but has yet to play a single inning yet this season. They're giving him a spot start here today. I don't know if there was an injury or if he was injured and now he's coming back from his injury. But we'll be facing somebody for the first time this season, so this is great. Get the bats woken up, get a couple good hits against a guy that hasn't had the chance to settle in this season yet. We got Morris Jones up at the plate, ready to go ahead and lead things off for us. 3 home runs and 15 RBIs at the leadoff spot too as well. Let's not sleep on how important that can be. As the second pitch he sees, though, is a chopper over to first base for the ground ball out. Not able to do anything with it. And then Akil Baddoo batting 277 this year as well. That might increase here. A jump throw by the shortstop is not going to be in time. Way to beat that one out to keep the inning going. And then Vladdy hitting this one to center field, right to center field, I should say. As out will be gloved and caught and brought in is Gleyber Torres. With 2 outs, can he get a little rally going? And you at least keep it extended with a good walk. And the first pitch Gonzalez sees here will be a running fastball up near the eyes as he swings right through it. As he's been pretty patient here. You see we're leading the American League Central so far this year. And a win today could help get us even closer, as this team is 14 games back and in last place. And we are currently losing right now 2-0. And it might even get worse here. That's going to be another leadoff base hit. Yu-Chang. First pitch swinging, getting into the outfield. And we got Jordan Diaz. As he watches the first 2 pitches, he sees both missing the zone. Gets a chopper on the ground here to Clemens. Great double play, though. We'll go ahead and end and stop that rally. At least bring that one to a close before anything happens. Is Keith Clemens grabbing at his obliques and his abs. My boy, that was a routine play. You didn't even exert yourself. So now because of that, we got to bring in somebody else to play shortstop. I wish I could probably switch over to Torres, but Jace Jung actually looks like he has a stronger arm and better fielding, better arm at least than Keith Clemens. So we'll go ahead and move him over to shortstop. And he'll have to come in for a spot start today. He'll have to play basically the whole game here because the first at bat hasn't even been had for his spot yet. As we get the strikeout there to go ahead and end the inning, and we have 6, 7, 8 coming up for the bottom half for us. As they'll get their first cuts of the game as Vaughn, first pitch swinging like everybody else. Go ahead and record another out. Riley Green timing that one up well. Getting that into the outfield. We love it. Beautiful base hit there on the 1-1, and then Jace Jung coming up for his first cuts of the game. The first pitch he sees from JT Ginn will be taking a long way back. Slider up near the belt buckle is taken out to the left turnbuckle as that thing is long gone. 2-run dinger there from Jace Jung, his first of the season. 433 feet. I told y'all we love to pull them homers because they go a long ways. As he just tied up this ball game for Detroit. I told you there was no reason to worry. The offense can get active and get lit at any point we needed to. As we'll see if we can keep this inning going now behind it. Keep JT rattled. Don't give him a chance to settle back in as Harry Ford will swing at the pitch in the dirt. Throw down will get him at first base at least, and it's 2 gone. And then back up to the top of the lineup, Morris Jones lines this one up the middle. Great dive by second baseman. Throw goes over to first, not going to be in time. If you have to leave your feet, it's the end of the story there as they go ahead and go with a pitch out here. They saw the steal attempt coming. And they go ahead and get him. No extra leadoff there, so we try to just steal, catch him by surprise. They were not surprised. As they make the play that they need to, and we don't. A third straight inning of a leadoff base runner getting on from Casey Mize. As now Zach is back up with a runner at first base yet again, and he chops this one past Vaughn at first. It'll be back-to-back base hits to start the inning. And they're trying to get those runs back that they just lost, get that lead back for their starter. As Trent Gresham watches the first 2 come across, already closing in on 40 pitches here today. As the 40th one will be a fly ball out to Green in foul territory. Gloved in, but the runner's going to try to make a break for thirds. The throw will go all the way there, no cutoff. And he's in time. A double play, though, can easily get us out of this. But a 3-0, 3-1 count is not what you want to see because they know something good and juicy is coming over the plate as the runner's going to make a break for third base as he's able to get in there in time. Great play there. I think that was Zach Geoff over there getting into third base. As they go ahead and get one of their runs right back. They're back up 3-2 as we go ahead and strike out Garcia yet again. Next up is Rodriguez with runners at the corners. First pitch looking is that four-seamer frozen. We are now already at 50 pitches. But an 0-2 count to Rodriguez. Not chasing the splitter. Good eye. But not enough bat speed as we get him to swing through the four-seamer right after. We're going to stay with Casey Mize after a quiet 4th inning for once. You can't stay quiet for too long as Zach gets his 3rd hit of the ball game already. Is another leadoff base hit. That's 4 or 5 innings with the leadoff base hit for the Athletics. They are looking incredibly strong here. As it's looking like we might have to go to the bullpen already. Swinging over the top of the splitter, though. Runner's going to break off for second base. Guerrero's going to have to come over and grab this one. Throw goes over. They got him at first, but the hit and run at least works to get the runner at second. And then a base hit from Shea Langoliers right after as this one gets into the outfield. That'll go ahead and increase the lead back up to 2. And it's a 4-2 ball game, and if Casey gives up one more hit, he might be up out of here. Thankfully, he gives up a 1-pitch pop out here to Garcia to go ahead and retire him and get 2 gone. And then a full count here to Rodriguez as we get him swinging through yet again. He cannot handle the four-seamer. And y'all see, new pitchers coming in. Matt Cronin, 14 games this season for them as we go back to our bats as they're finally going in and dumping out their bullpen here in the bottom of the 7th. For what reason, I wouldn't know. As we have our bullpen up and working, Matt Brash, Michael King getting up and ready. Let's see if one of them need to come in. as we finally, after they released JT Ginn, get a break going our way as that chopper just goes past the third baseman's hand. E5. So he wasn't paying attention to the routine play. Then Riley Green makes them pay with that base hit right behind it. And now we've got our first rally here. Ever since the 2-run home run, we've been pretty quiet. But now we are in the bottom of the 7th. Jace Jung is back up, 1 for 2 on the day. 2-2 count. Lines this one into the gap. This looks like it's going to get down. It will, and go over the wall. If that stays in, it's probably a 2 RBI double, maybe triple. But because it bounced over, we have runners now in 2nd and 3rd. We're down 4-3. And it'll be up to Harry Ford here in the bottom of the lineup. Going up against Matt. He lines this one down the line. It will hit up against the wall. An easy 2 runs are going to score. And it's a 2 RBI double for Harry Ford. Having to go to the bullpen again just that quick. And they bring in Jose Lopez. I don't know if y'all saw what Matt's ERA was, but it was 10. And Lopez's isn't much better. At 884, he's going to have to come in and stop the bleeding here as he goes a curveball up in the zone. Morris Jones. Hit this out to left, not deep enough to try to bring home a run, though, as it'll be a fly out to left field. Another curveball here from Akil Badu. This one's on the ground this time. Same result, though, as it's another out. So we're just going to let the curveball go. Obviously, our team is not equipped to hit that thing yet, but it is equipped to get 2 back-to-back strikeouts on the outside edge. And then we swing over top of the changeup, man. But at least we were able to take our lead back, and we switch up our reliever. We're going to go with Pete Fairbanks to try to keep this thing tight here in the 8th inning. Casey Mize actually only ended up going 5. We ended up switching up and going with our submariner through those middle 2 innings. And now we're going with our setup man here in Pete as he gets a bunt attempt here from Yu Chang. Throw him out over at first base. Then it's Jordan Diaz, 1 for 3 on the day. Watching those sliders go across. Hitting the 4-seamers going deep. Right to Morris Jones' glove, though, as we're able to go ahead and retire that one. If we can just get one more out, we'll go ahead and bring in Jordan Romano to try to get this save situation. As Benson swings through the 4-seamer upstairs at the chest. And they're going back to their bullpen as well. Michael Stifler. Y'all know I'm bad with these names, man. Leave pronunciations down below. Let me know down below, too, as well. Are you an Oakland Athletics fan? I want to see how many Oakland Athletics fans we have watching the video. If y'all remember how many times we beat this team, it seems like everybody wanted to do an Oakland Athletics series this year, so I'm glad we decided to go away from it. This team did look pretty rough, and it looks like they still are rough, at least here in my series. Last in the division, but remember, at one point today, they were beating us, so we can't talk too much trash. It's just 3-2. Chopped on the ground over to first base. Shall throw it over to first, or the pitcher. And it's up to that man, Jordan Romano. Couldn't give him extra insurance, so he'll have to get save number 10 here with a 1-run lead. And we could really look for his pitchers to actually do something here today. Watching the first 2 across. Easy 2 strikes. Chopped on the ground, playing up the first base line, but Vaughn will be able to grab it and chase it over to first base himself for the easy play. And then Zach, who is 4 for 4 on the day, is going to try another bunt. He did that earlier, too. Caught us slipping twice. He got afraid of losing that perfect streak, which he did. Even with the 4 for 4 day, I don't know if y'all saw it, but he is hitting 211 on the season with the 4 for 4, which was crazy. As we get the pop out that we need here to Torres, we came back and got the dub. I told y'all there'll be plenty of action in these series today. Not exactly a walk-off, but up until the end, it was very close, and we win another nail-biter here, 5-4, getting a save from Romano, his 10th of the year. Jordan Hicks, I meant not the submariner, but our sinker baller. Jordan Hicks came in and got the win here. I had pulled him in the 6th inning, thinking that I didn't know if we would take the lead back, so he's going to have to pitch the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th for me if I needed him to. But thankfully, we were only had to get 2 innings out of him. I think he started to get tired around that time, too, as well. 9 hits as a squad. Green, Badu, Jung with 2 hit games apiece. Jung's 5th double, 1st homer, and 6th RBI all throughout this game. As Casey Mize, 5 innings, 10 hits, 7 Ks, 4 earned. Unacceptable. 2 hits as a bullpen, and he gave up 10. We were able to win that series, too, as well, with a 10-4 victory the next day, and then a 6-5 loss here. As we got 9 hits as a team, We just gave up way too much as a pitching staff. And that's Matt Manning with yet another cold start after the great start we saw him see. 3-4 straight starts under a 0.5 ERA. Now that thing is hovering around 3.5, almost close to 4. Despite Jackson Joe being the one to catch the L on that one. So we'll keep eyes on Casey Mize to see. I did want to kind of put him in here for a spot start, but I wanted to try to eat up a couple more series here in the episode before we dropped it. And I feel like if we're going to let somebody do a spot start, that's got to be the full game. So not trying to throw 2 full games into one episode here when it's not playoff implications. And Keith Clemens comes back from his injury, but so far Jace Jung has been playing so good. I'm going to leave him in for a little bit. See if he can unearn that job or not, and we'll see how well he plays. But we end up splitting the series through the first 2 games here against Cleveland. Get a save situation here, and Jordan Romano blows it, giving up that earned run in the bottom of the 9th. 4 hits as a team, though, is kind of pathetic. Jace Jung actually looks like he didn't even play that much. He went 0 for 1 today with 2 walks. So I almost got very mad and took him out already. But it might be time to do another lineup change. Here's Guerrero hit another 2-run homer to help out with the offense. Jones getting an RB at the top. Casey Mize, another ass start, 6 1/3, 3 hits. King blew the save, though. I guess he gave up the hit. They gave up the runs to kind of get them back in the ball game. And then, of course, after that, we had the series against Philly. And then back at Cleveland, we win the first 2 against Philly. And then game 3, we're down 8-3. And we end up losing by that same score. Win the first 2 against Cleveland. Have a tie ball game here. Simulate this one and lose 8-2. I gotta go check that one. We win back-to-back series, but we gave up 6 runs in the 10th inning. Jordan Romano giving up 1, and then we went to Michael King. He gave up 3 more. Brash gave up 2 more. And at this point, I finally had it. No outs, 1 inning, and then only 1 out. I'm going to the trade block. I'm putting both Michael King, Matt Brash, and Jordan Romano on it. And I'm saying that we're looking for a new closer and some relievers and seeing if we get any trade offers here as we go to the trade deadline, because we cannot win a championship with games being blown like that. Now, thankfully, he backs it up here in game 3 against the Cubs, helping us win that series too as well. So we've been winning quite a few series here ever since Kansas City. We beat Oakland. We lost to Cleveland, beat Philly, beat Cleveland the second time, and now we won the series here against the Cubs. So we'll see how we're able to finish up the rest of the month of May as we have a series against Boston, who only has 16 wins, and then the White Sox yet again, the same way we started the month, as we try to ultimately get this record even better as we go ahead and head into the month of June with a couple more good series. You saw the Yankees in there too as well, as it looks like a little bit of a win streak there. We're up 11-5 here in this game. Akil Badu a triple away from the cycle. I'm going to simulate that, get another dub. As not only did we beat the Cubs in their series, we went on a little 4-game winning streak, winning the first 2 in Boston before losing 4-0. And now we're on another 3-game winning streak against the White Sox. So it seems we love 4s here in this series. So we'll see if we can get that 4th one yet again. But we lose 4-0 here. Only 6 hits as a squad. Matt Manning gave up 2. Joe gave up the other 2. And in this last game in the month of June, Burling is up at the plate. We are up 4-2. In the top of the 9th, we end up winning by that same exact score and sweeping the Chicago White Sox on the road. 7-1 and 3-1, 11-5. The run support is finally getting there. The pitching is staying on fire. And you saw the Yankees were actually a tough team when we saw them at the beginning of the episode. Now they look like they might be struggling. And we're setting up for a pretty good June month here, as we are 38-21, 5 games over the Guardians, and tied for the best record in the American League, as the Astros also have 38 wins too as well. And then on the National League side, the Padres, the only team so far to hit 40 wins. They're 41-19. So we're one of the best teams in the league, despite not being able to score and hit that well. As you see, as far as team leads, batting average, we're 11th. So about midway through the league. And runs, we're 14th, which is better than we were at the beginning. Home runs, triples, you see there, we were 2nd. Home runs, we are actually middle to bottom tier and tied for 18th with 67 of them things. And it's been the pitching staff really that's been kind of holding us across to get these wins. As you can see here, we're actually 29th in errors. So that's probably why we're losing a lot of games too. We have a lot of unearned runs because we have the best ERA in the league, 3.32 by far. I know I complain about our 2 relievers and Jordan Romano blowing games, but we actually have the best ERA in the league by far, and this led to us being tied for the 2nd best record in all of baseball. Now, a couple of quick stat updates on a couple of major ones. 11 home runs from Gleyber Torres and Vladimir Guerrero. 37 and 45 RBIs for each. Vaughn is at 9 home runs, 34 RBIs. And if we come look at the WAR numbers there, you see 2.9 for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And I wanted to see the ISO numbers too as well. Gleyber Torres is at 257, 17.4 at-bats per home run. Guerrero 228, 20.4 at-bats per home run. Torres has significantly less at-bats than anybody else, so he honestly probably could be leading the team by himself if he had the same amount of at-bats as Vladimir Guerrero. So we can see which one is more durable than the other. And then pitching staff-wise, I really only care about seeing the quality starts to game started. Sandoval's 10 for 12. Tariq's 9 for 12. Luzardo is 8 for 12. Casey Mize and Matt Manning both only have 6, and that's for 12 and 11. So we're looking at those two as possible replacements to let somebody like Jackson Jobe come up there. He's 10-1 in the season, a 2.84 ERA, 146 WHIP. He's looked phenomenal in the games he has played. 47 strikeouts. The thing that isn't going his way, that is kind of hurting him, I would say at the moment, is the advanced numbers. Strikeouts per 9 is pretty low. Walk per 9 is pretty for a starter. Home run per 9 is pretty high, and his FIP numbers are terrible. FIP and ERC for him are terrible, and then for people like Casey Mize and Matt Manning, they're actually looking really good. Tariq Balls was the only one that was actually a 4, and he's doing good. So got to keep eyes on that. As far as the lineup too as well, Jace Jung right now is looking like he's going to hold on to this spot. He's got 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. He's actually a better overall now than Keith Clemens, but he has been cold a little bit recently with that 206 average. So we'll see next episode if he gets forced out of his spot and Keith Clemens earns that thing back. But let me know down below what you guys think. Do you guys think Keith Clemens should get his starting spot back? Do you guys think it's worth maybe getting at least one extra start in to let Jackson Jobe get a spot start real quick? Let me know, and we will bring it up until one of these next future episodes. Also, too, as we're getting closer to draft day, 32 days away. Next episode, best believe we're going to do a little scouting update at least to show you guys what some of those people are looking like. We won't do the draft in the next episode, but we'll get right up close to it. So we'll get another full game in. We'll get a couple more probably player locks in because I know I've been slacking on the player locks. And we will go ahead and see what the rest of the episode has for us. So I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Go ahead, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And next time out, we'll see more of the episodes. Me and your boy SGG, aka G and Smooth. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode, man. I'm going for the day. Later.